Hello, everyone, and good night. Well, when you watch this, it may not be night, though. I know you're like, what? Good night? I don't know. That was weird, but yeah, I'm not going to redo this video.
We have a problem. You know
um,
what that problem is? This camera makes me 10 pounds bigger in my face.
you guys know there always has to be jokes when we come together, right?
Nah, you
We wouldn't be
awesome.
us. But tonight, we want to come and share with you guys some testimonies about our journey. Those of you who are already subscribers, you know what you subscribe to. So you know that we are the Dobbs family, and we're on a missional journey around the USA. And right now we are in Kissimmee, Florida. So we just want to share, we're going to share some testimonies. And so we're going to start tonight with the most recent one. So our most recent testimony has to do with our living expenses and different things like that. So last night, we knew that we didn't have any more money in the account. I think in the accounts it was very low to like nothing almost. Too low, too low to go ahead and to continue to pay for the hotel that we've been staying at, or for that matter, to stay anywhere. We just didn't have any money in our accounts. So, I was definitely worried. And I was like, oh my goodness. And like, what are we going to do? I'm asking Honey Bunches. And he's like, well, there's nothing I can do. And so, so I was like, this is really crazy. Like, tomorrow we're not going to have anywhere to stay. So you can go ahead and share.
Well, yesterday, I don't remember what happened yesterday. Was it raining yesterday?
Was it raining yesterday? It's Florida. It probably rains a little bit every day.
I think if it was, yes, it was yesterday. I just got up and, ran errands on the bus, and it started downpouring. We had got, $40, but I ended up giving 20 of it, to church because I just got tired of not really having anything to give, to the church, and I just felt, this church was, it was small, but I just felt like I just wanted to give what I had, and not expecting, anything back. So I'm like, well, this is gonna kill, the money I do have to pay for the phone. So it's just whatever. So I end up, paying our phone bill and stuff, and I was just talking to the Lord, on my way coming back to the hotel. I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna worry about this anymore. I can't do anything about it. I'm gonna take one account and use two accounts to pay one bill. It's just what it is. And I'm like, I know we ain't gonna have it to to stay any more nights, and I'm sure my wife gonna be upset, but that's what it is, because usually they give us like a grace period. But sometimes, yeah, like sometimes you just get tired of like living on grace periods to pay stuff, because you never know what's gonna come up. And if something else come up, and if it's at the end of grace period, you can't do anything. So I'm like, I'm just gonna pay it. And I'm like, you know what? And I was gonna pray, and I'm like, no, I ain't praying. You know what? I'm staying in at this hotel, in this room, and you gonna provide, pops, because you said it. And I said, so it's no point to do anything. So my wife asked me, what we're gonna do. I'm like, well, do we have any money? I'm like, no, I'll pay the bill. And, she kind of...
I fussed at him because I was like, okay, instead of paying a phone bill, we should guarantee a roof over our head. That's exactly how that happened. I was like, we should look into guaranteeing the roof over our head instead of worrying about a cell phone bill, And I kind of went on and on about that for several minutes. And he's like, okay, I got it. But needless to say, so on with the testimony, because we don't want to just overshare other stuff. We want to ignite people's faith.
And after all the shenanigans, I went to sleep, and I'm like, I'm going to sleep, so I'll worry about it tomorrow. And it's just what it is. Because I told the Lord, I like, either you're gonna move by 9 a.m. today, or we're just gonna pack our stuff and go somewhere. I said, so I need you to move like you said you was gonna do. And I got up today, just to go use the bathroom, and I still wasn't really thinking about it. So I end up checking the account, and I'm like, oh shoot, there's money there. Oh, but I was still trying to be quiet. I tried to go outside, to call downstairs to see if the room is still available here, if it was to extend. So I started looking, and it was a lot of money. Well, not a lot, but enough, to stay poolside. And they said, well, they had it available. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do a standing room and just pay the upcharge, of like $10 extra. So I'm like, you know what, forget it. It's just whatever. So I end up trying to extend the days, and then lo and behold, I saw the poolside for the same price, $1 more, from the standard. And I'm like, oh snap, look at this.
Like all of a sudden he looked and the price dropped 48, and it said that it was a 48% discount. 48%.
Yep. I end up booking it, and bam, same room. It was before 9 a.m. when I saw it. God moved, and just want to say that you gotta have faith that don't let you quit. Even if your spouse is now on the same page, you are still required to stand in faith. Don't waver because your spouse or even you are wavering. If you got people in your in your camp that don't have the faith, you keep it. Because they sometimes God will do things just for them to see. I'm not saying that was the case with my wife, but she saw. But for a lot of people, sometimes it happens because God needs to show them, and He showed.
What I wanted to add to it is that what is so awesome about this is that what's so awesome about it is that sometimes, we think that, God is not concerned. God is only concerned about our needs and not our wants. Well, the place where we're staying at, the standard rooms are not very good here. The standard rooms, most of them are very dirty and have bugs. And they're very dark. They're not well lit or anything. And this room it's like really well lit. It has 3 beds in here because our boys, they don't know how to just, share a bed or whatever. So this room actually has 3 beds in it. It's well lit, it's clean, and there's no bugs at all. So not only did God say, listen, y'all are my children. You're on the mission fields out there, and I'm going to provide for you and take care of you. Not only did He provide for our need, but He also gave us the desire of our hearts, our want to be able to stay in this room. We didn't have enough money. What came in was definitely awesome. You know what I mean? And it was enough money for standard room. So by the price dropping, not only did God supply for the need, but then to turn around and then all of a sudden the price drops by 48%. So it's only $1 more than a standard room. You said $1 more, right? Mm-hmm. Only $1 more than a standard room. Just know that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. And I love this scripture in Ecclesiastes, and I was saying to my husband today, I was like, I just love the fact that when my faith was so weak and it felt like it was just failing yesterday, and I haven't felt that way in such a long time, but I felt that way. I felt like my faith was failing yesterday. And I thank God because 2 are better than 1, like Ecclesiastes says. When one is weak, the other one is strong. And I thank God for my husband that he had that faith to know, no, I'm not going to waver. I know you may be weak right now, LaShawn, but I'm not going to waver. I'm not going to doubt. He didn't even tell me about what he said and what he stood on, and what he spoke yesterday, just agreeing with heaven that no, God supplies all our need. He didn't even tell me about any of that until this morning. So I just thank God for blessing me with a husband that has faith. You know what I mean? Who will not waver even when I'm weak, or even when my faith fails. He'll sit there, and he'll say sometimes he has to hold me. There's days when he'll hold me and be like, listen, and speak into my life. And then there's other days when he's like, no, get up from that place. You gotta rise from that place because you know this isn't the truth. And I really love that about you. Yeah, so sometimes he gets on my nerves though, but yeah, that's not what this is about. This isn't Dobbs Fusion. This is Dobbs Family, and it's our testimony time. So we pray that this testimony has encouraged you and has ignited you on tonight. So just believe and agree with heaven. Whatever God speaks, that you would speak what God is speaking. Don't speak how you're feeling in your flesh at that time. And don't even speak with that liar the enemy is speaking, because he wants to use your mouth to accuse God. And that's what he does. That's how he accuses God, through us. Don't allow him to accuse your papa through you. Because I know yesterday, like I said, my faith was like really starting to get very weak. And I received this boost on today, reminding me, like, no, he is the God that supplies every need. No, he will never leave me nor forsake me. You know, we've seen so many things out here that I was honestly kind of surprised that I was feeling that way yesterday. So I even want to speak to those who feel like, why am I feeling like this? You know, I know who God is. Like, don't be discouraged. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't allow guilt or condemnation to like overtake you, but just get up from that place and just agree with God all over again, because you know your papa will do it.
Amen.
We love you so much. And if the boys were here, you know, we would have them peek in and say, hey, but they're out playing basketball. So you all just have a wonderful rest of your day. Be blessed.